Welcome back to Real Air Gun Adventures. Today is a quick update on the assault rifle, which is on the wall behind me there. Quick walk around and talk about what I'm up to and how it's doing. I have had it firing. There's some target results from that. But I'm going to do an actual film of the gun firing and hitting the target, which will be later on. There's a few more things to change, a couple of adjustments to make. But rather than talk about it, let me show you around. So here we go. And that's the redesigned assault rifle inspired airgun. It's shorter. I've added some M-lock rails here and there, which are things I've had kicking around for some time. They were a cheap pack, Chinese mail order things, about £5 or £6, and I've had them over a year now, so they're all on there. Different trigger, which I'm still not completely happy with, but that will change. The stock is the same length because that houses the air cylinder. I can't really alter that. It's around about 7 inches in old money, shorter. There's a sighting aid on there just for testing. That's not a scope or a red dot. It literally is just a tube with a restrictor in it. Just gives you an idea of where it's pointing. But as you'll see, it's actually looking a lot better. It looks more like a rifle. Got that sort of military thing going on. It's a little bit lighter. I've weighted the butt end slightly just to compensate for the fact it was a little bit tail end heavy and it was causing some issues. So that's now fixed. So the next stage is a new bolt, and I'm going for a multi-shot capacity, which is probably ambitious with this, but that's the plan. On single shot it fires perfectly. I'm using roughly 6mm ball bearings. They're not actually gun ammo, they're just some ball bearings that I've got a lot of, which I thought I'd use. I'll have to look at that properly because I do need to be able to fire things that I can buy and get hold of. But yeah, so far so good. I'll probably make a dummy magazine to go on there to make it look a bit more realistic too. I've ordered some bits and pieces which should be here within the next day or so I can finish this project and move on. But in between I'll do the shooting, I'll get some video up for you so you can see what's going on. Bullpup's still up there, still a work in progress. I've kind of shelved that for now because I was concentrating on this. I've actually got something else coming up soon which is even better, but more about that later. Anyway, onward and upward. Just a slightly better look at the trigger there, because I'm aware it didn't really show up in the video. You can see the shape. It's actually formed from a piece of aluminium. It does the job, but it's not very comfortable. Works perfectly, but I just don't like it. So that's going to be going. And if I whiz it around, you can get a better look at the whole thing, just so you can see a touch more of what's going on. Okay. Now to the roundup. So just to round up, those are the innovations or the changes that have been made. I think the whole thing looks much nicer overall and more realistic, a bit more work to do. The little bit of shooting that I've done, which was to test it, is here, and in all honesty it is all over the shop, but it did all get onto the paper and I managed to retrieve all the ammunition from the back of the pellet catcher, so that's not too bad. I'm quite pleased with it because it, you know, no scope, no sights, it's new, and that isn't genuine gun ammo. I'd say it was better than the frozen peas, certainly, and they certainly seem to pack a punch. So I've got to get it over the chrono. I've got to look at the power, muzzle velocity, make any adjustments that are required. Going to keep this down low. It doesn't hold a huge amount of air, so it's not going to provide a huge amount of shots. I'm hoping that the Heath Robinson magazine that I'm rigging up will feed it with enough ammo to keep it going for 6 to 8 shots without having to reload, hopefully. So you'll see that in the next video. Until then, I'll bid you farewell. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. The comment section's there for any questions or anything you want to say. And if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. If you do like it, I'll happily take a thumbs up. Thanks again. Bye-bye.